Good evening. The word of the day is molasses. I've talked about several of my uncles this week, and as I was thinking about them, it also made me think about my dad. And one of his favorite things was molasses. He liked them better than corn syrup or maple syrup. He loved molasses. One year we had to make some molasses. A friend of his had some sugar cane, and he told my dad, he said, if you'll come help me, we'll go make some molasses. So we went and helped him cut the cane, and then we hauled it down to the molasses mill. We helped strip all the fodder off of the cane. That's taking the leaves off the stalk, for those of you who don't know. And then we had to run the stalks through a molasses mill. It would crush the stalks and squeeze out the juice that was in the molasses or in the sugar cane that we were crushing. And the juice would run down out of the molasses mill and run into a big long pan. It was quite a bit of work just to get that cane crushed and get that juice out of it into that pan. Once you got the juice into the pan, then you had to cook it. So making molasses was a hard job. We worked for several days to get those molasses. It was a long process. Once you start cooking this juice that you've crushed out of this cane, it's a pretty good process too, because this pan was a long, narrow pan that had sections in it, and you had to cook it, that juice, down through the entire sections. When it started up here, it's just the juice that came out of the cane, and when you get all the way to the other end and it's done just right, you've got molasses. You can't get it too hot or it'll scorch. Along the way, you've got to skim off the impurities, and you got to get it cooked just right. But if you get all these things just right through this long process, then you've got great molasses. As I was thinking about that, I'm thinking about a lot of things in life. A lot of things in life sometimes are a long process. They're not always easy. And sometimes along the way, you have to get rid of some things that you don't need, like those impurities we skimmed off those molasses. But if you can make it through the process, you can get rid of the bad things and hold on to the good things. At the end, you've got something that's really special. But remember, it doesn't happen overnight. That gentleman that was my dad's friend spent all summer growing that cane. We spent several days harvesting it, spent a whole day running it through the mill to crush it, and then another whole day cooking it. It was hard work. It was a long process, but it yielded a great result. Those were some great molasses. Life's a lot like that too. Sometimes it takes a long process with a lot of work, and you got to get rid of some things you don't need to make it work out to get something great in the end. So the next time you're going through a process and you're getting frustrated, think about the molasses. The end result is really good. Have a great day.